Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since I've recorded a video here on YouTube, and I thought it would be great to just get back on this. I miss making my YouTube videos and just sharing about my life and my luxury items and just talking about mom advice. If you're new to my channel, my name is Elle, and I enjoy talking about and sharing my luxury items, talking about God and scriptures and mom advice. If that sounds like something you're interested in too, consider subscribing. So, right now I'm just doing a voiceover. I was in my living room and I thought the lighting was just so beautiful, and I was going to be packing my tiny backpack. And I thought, this would be really cool if I just filmed myself packing my backpack, sharing with you some of the little trinkets and little accessories and things that I use with my tiny backpack, and just, take you along with me and chit chat along the way. So, this piece, this Louis Vuitton tiny backpack in the Empreinte leather, I purchased it pre loved probably almost 2 years ago, you guys, and I've been wanting to film it and share it here on YouTube. The story of how I got it, it's been on my wish list, and I even had posted a short when I first started here on YouTube, and I had gone into the Louis Vuitton store and I had played with it, and it was so cute, so just beautiful, elegant. I mean, you can dress it up, dress it down. It has a lot of options. And the sales associate who helped me that day, she even used a scarf and tied it around as a strap. And oh my goodness, like I just thought it was so pretty. And it was something that was on my wish list for quite some time. And then it got discontinued. And you know what happens when things get discontinued? It's like you suddenly just wish that you had purchased it and probably wanted even more. And as I've mentioned before in other videos, a lot of my items I purchase are pre-loved. I get them off Facebook groups. I've even purchased items from Fashion File, from Posh, and I've had no complaints, great experiences with all of that. And so I purchased this little guy, and on this particular day, I was packing it up because I was just going to be going out. I had used it once before. I had taken it to dinner for an anniversary, and it was so funny. My husband and I were at dinner, and was showing him my bag and asking him if he can please take a photo of me with my little purse in front of me. And I asked him to guess the name of the bag. And it's such a funny name, a tiny backpack, but it really is a tiny backpack, and it comes with little straps that I'll show in the video in just a moment. But I like to use it with the Samorga pearl handle. I even have like an Etsy strap I wear with it sometimes if I want it to be a little more casual and wear a crossbody. But it's just a fun little piece. And so I was just sitting there packing away. The same items that you've probably seen in my other videos are here on my coffee table. And I thought, I'm going to film this, and then I just wanted to share with you guys where I've been, what I've been up to, and what I plan uh, moving forward with my channel here. And I just thought it would be a fun little chit chat and conversation, if we were just friends sitting across one another on the coffee table, just talking about life. So I started this channel originally as a mom of three, and right around 2023, like the end of 2023, it started to become really heavy on my heart to have a fourth baby. And I haven't really shared much of my story on YouTube, um, but just really quick background. I waited 12 years for my first baby. And she was such a blessing and such a joy when she came. And shortly after that, I had my second baby. And 2 years after him, I had my third baby. And I thought I was done. I was at that point 41 years old. I don't even remember now, 40, 41 years old, but definitely not expecting to have any more babies in my 40s. And it was just so heavy on my heart. I feel like God was giving me dreams and signs, and everywhere I would look, it was just this familiar feeling and warmness in my heart that I really wanted to have a new baby. And I really felt like God was telling me that He wanted that for me as well. And when my husband and I were talking about this topic, um, it was a little scary because, I'm older and my pregnancies weren't always the easiest. I would have a lot of morning sickness and nausea, and I developed a condition known as Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism. And it just was like the postpartum period, especially, wasn't something I was looking forward to. But I really feel like I heard God's voice tell me, I'm God. Like, I am your father, and I can bless you with this baby, and I can also help heal you. And I even doubted, did I discern that voice correctly? Fast forward 2 years later, yes, it was discerned correctly. And my husband and I just recently celebrated my son's 1 year birthday. And it was just the most amazing story for us, and just such a great testimony to God's grace and glory, right? And I've just been momming it, raising my fourth baby, transitioning from being a mom of three to a mom of four, as well as homeschooling three babies now. My oldest is about to be 8, and then I have a just recently turned 6-year old and a recently turned 4-year old. So I'm homeschooling all three of them and just figuring out life along the way. But I do like to do nice little things for myself. I think as moms, things like this, like the little accessories and maybe our little lipsticks and perfumes and our coffee and our journals and our planners, those are just little things that I think God has blessed me with that just really allow me to enjoy the process of taking care of my family and taking care of myself, dressing myself. And I think a lot of women can relate to this topic, especially as an older mom, although inside I don't feel like I'm that much older. But I think one of the fun adventures I've enjoyed the most, I'd say the last 3, 4 years of being a mom, is recognizing that although our body and our mind and our life changes as we welcome new babies into our family, we can still hold on to our style and our hobbies and our fashion preferences. I don't think God would call children gifts and blessings if they were meant to um, be something difficult for us to transition into. Although becoming a mother has changed me and healed me from a lot of things and just brought so many experiences and adventures into my life. And I would love to share those with you in the near future here as I film videos, because I think one of the most powerful things that we can do as women is to share with one another. uh, God does not waste anything. And I think that one of the really neat experiences of becoming a mother and just growing older is to share those experiences with younger moms or younger women. I do have family members that I know one day are going to make wonderful mothers, my daughters one day, I would like to hope would be mothers as well. And I would love for them to be able to go back and look at these videos and see that I had tips and tricks and advices for them, and how I used my blessings that God has given me to just take care of my family and take care of myself and enjoy this process that life has for me. And as I mentioned, moving forward with my channel, I really wanted to share little tidbits more. I had mentioned it in a previous video, but for those of you that are new or that just didn't catch that video, I currently work as a registered nurse. Specifically, I'm a lactation nurse. I'm a board certified lactation consultant, and I work with a lot of moms and babies and families that are just welcoming children for the fourth, fifth, sixth time, whatever it may be, or for the very first time. And it has been just the most humbling experience to share personal advice and just be a friend and um, a shoulder for these moms to cry on sometimes. And it's made me realize how important it is to share our experiences and advise one another. I think that it's part of God's creation. We weren't meant to go through things and just keep them in. But I hope, if that's something that you girls are interested in, leave me a comment down below. In the transitional time here that I've gone through without making videos, I've purchased a couple of items, and I do plan to make videos on them and review them for you and just show them. I've purchased a Louis Vuitton Keep All, and it's the 60, so it's the big huge one, and I purchased it pre-loved for a fraction of the price that you would purchase it brand new. I mean, it was less than this tiny backpack, that's for sure. Which I never really understood that. Some of these items are so small, but yet they cost a lot more than some of the larger items. But anyway, I ended up purchasing that keep all, and I actually had the opportunity to pack it and use it as my hospital bag. So I think it would be super fun to show you what I packed in my hospital bag, not only as a mom, but as a experienced lactation nurse, what I packed in there, if that's something that you're interested in, or if you even have questions or you're curious about uh, items for newborns or what I used or what I liked or what have you, feel free to leave questions and comments on here. And I would love to do videos on that as well. Um, I love my little Louis Vuitton items, especially my planners. Louis Vuitton planners are my weakness, and I have lots of them. And I am working right now on creating some dashboards and inserts and opening up my own little Etsy shop where I can share those items with you. So that is really exciting for me. Look out for those here in the near future. I will share with you and post on here when those items become available, and I'll show you how I'm using them in my planner. I'm also homeschooling, so a lot of the inserts that I would have liked to have used for homeschooling, they just don't exist. So I decided, this is a great opportunity for me to create something and share it with other moms that are maybe interested in using their planners for just for their family and being practical with them and using them for what they're intended for. So I'm looking forward to all that, girls. I am so glad to be back on here. And thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I hope this was enjoyable for you as much as it was for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. Take care.